As part of effort to enhance maritime infrastructure and alleviate congestion at the nation's port, plans are progressing to finalize the establishment and launch of a deep seaport project in Agay, located in Ekeremo local government area of Bayelsa State. The $3 billion project is a collaborative public-private partnership involving the Bayelsa State government, the federal government, and a significant private investor. The proposed $3 billion deep seaport is expected to generate new jobs, boost socio-economic activities in the region, attract greater investment, and position Bayelsa as a key transport hub for the northern and southern regions of Nigeria. Sources from the Federal Ministry of Maritime and Blue Economy have confirmed that a project delivery team from the ministry is currently in Bayelsa to work in close partnership with the state government to fine-tune plans for the commencement of the project. In line with the current administration's goal of improving port infrastructure, the Minister of Maritime and Blue Economy affirmed that the ministry is committed to enhancing port facilities and connectivity, as well as facilitating the ongoing development of critical maritime infrastructure across the country. According to a source familiar with the project, the minister has given the project delivery team a mandate to accelerate the start of the Agay Deep Seaport project development. The government has also expressed confidence that the project will help address the existing maritime infrastructure gap in Nigeria. During the courtesy visit to the minister, the Bayelsa State Governor requested the federal government support for the development of the Deep Seaport project, aiming to fully realize the state's blue economy potential. The federal government recognized the significant blue economy opportunity in Bayelsa and confirmed that the federal government will pursue the public-private partnership model to ensure the successful completion of the project. Furthermore, it has been revealed that the ministry is actively working to attract increased private investment and foreign direct investment to bolster the country's maritime infrastructure, ultimately strengthening Nigeria's position as a leader in the global maritime industry. Once completed, the Agay Deep Seaport project is expected to draw multi-billion naira investment to the state, which is already considered a major maritime hub in the nation. Additionally, it is anticipated that the public-private partnership model will be explored for the development of other proposed deep seaport projects across the country. This magnificent project includes the development of the deep seaport in Agay and a free trade zone to promote the industrial activities, which combined with the logistics center will potentially become a major transport hub for the north and southeastern part of Nigeria. An area of approximately 7,000 hectares has been earmarked for the industrial complex, of which the deep seaport will require approximately 435 hectares. The industrial park is expected to benefit from a favorable tax abatement regime as well as other administrative and regulatory measures tailored to incentivize establishment of companies. Currently, a high-level team from the Federal Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy has arrived in Bayelsa State to accelerate plans for the establishment of the Agay Deep Seaport, a $3 billion project expected to boost Nigeria's maritime infrastructure. This was contained in a statement by the media assistant to the Minister of Marine and Blue Economy. Determined to make Bayelsa a developed state, successive governors of Bayelsa State have pledged over time to establish the Agay Deep Seaport project in Ekeremo local government area of the state at an estimated cost of over $3 billion. The project is expected to be beneficial to not only the Agay people but also the state and the entire Niger Delta region. At an estimated cost of over $3 billion, the Agay Deep Seaport project in Ekeremo local government area of the state is a massive investment layout, not only for the Agay people but also for the state and the entire Niger Delta. With the gigantic construction which it is expected to commence with when the project gets off the drawing board, the state government is laying a very strong base for the economic development of the tiny but very rich but mostly underdeveloped state. In order to achieve success in this project, the former governor of the state inaugurated a 14-member committee for the project. He had stated that all he wanted to see before the end of his tenure on February 14, 2020 was some commercial port-related activities to commence in the seaport. Unfortunately, nothing had been done until now. It has also been disclosed by the Bayelsa State government that the proposed deep seaport project in Agay, in the Ekeremo local government area of Bayelsa State, will have an oil export terminal component. Experts in the Niger Delta region believe that crude oil is an exhaustible asset. The site, the Oloibiri oil well in Ogbia local government area of Bayelsa State, where crude oil was first struck in commercial quantity in 1956 as an example. The oil field that gave Nigeria her first oil revenue is an eyesore. It has been abandoned and neglected. The entire area has been taken over by vegetation. The only reminder that oil once existed there is a corroded, forsaken wellhead. Such realization has compelled some states in the Niger Delta to seek alternatives to crude oil. There is a general belief that constructing a deep seaport in Bayelsa State will help to diversify the state economy. Bayelsa is a littoral state, experts argue, and it has to take advantage of its maritime environment and the Atlantic Ocean to revive and boost its economy. A seaport will attract business moguls and importers from the east, especially Onitsha, the commercial hub of Anambra State. Besides, the seaport will be accessible to Delta and Edo State, considered far from River State. Such facility operating at full capacity will also help to tackle youth restiveness by providing employment and creating increased commercial activities. The benefit of a seaport to diversify an emerging economy like Bayelsa are no doubt the reason behind the ongoing effort by the current government of Bayelsa State and the federal government of Nigeria to construct the Agege Deep Seaport, valued at over $3 billion. The choice of Agege for the project is significant. The coastal community is along the fringes of the Atlantic Ocean. It is perhaps the closest settlement to the sea. The Seaport project is a collaboration among the Bayelsa State Government, Global Seaway International, Tianjin Energy Resources Limited, and the federal government of Nigeria. One of the major drivers of the success of this project is the federal government of Nigeria that gave the nod for the construction of this project and has promised to play a key role in actualizing it. The seaport is designed to include an industrial park as earlier stated, 500 megawatt power plant, fabrication yard, jetty, outfield chemical plant and tank farm, dry docking yard, as well as cement and bagging plant. Others are a steel pipe rolling mill, container terminal, fertilizer plant, supply vessel maintenance service yard, port authority, security and customs administration complex, port housing estate, schools, hospitals, shopping centers, parks and other facilities. The construction phase of the project is expected to employ about 100,000 workers, whilst 1,200 jobs will be created after its completion. By all indication, there is no going back to actualizing the project. The survey of the entire area of the site had been completed and the report submitted to the governor. The survey was conducted by the Nigerian Army engineers. According to the report, the port will occupy an area of about 8,000 hectares, which is 1,000 more than the 7,000 that was initially proposed for it. Stakeholders have described the construction of the deep seaport as a key investment infrastructure aimed at reducing the state dependency on oil and gas revenue. It is also believed that the construction of the deep seaport would position the state on the path of industrialization for economic growth. With the Bayelsa State Government, the federal government and the private investor gearing towards the construction of this magnificent seaport, it is clear that Bayelsa is on its path to glory, as the state by doing this will open up its doors to more opportunities across Nigeria and Africa at large. Please drop your honest comment, tell us what you think, don't forget to subscribe and share. Thank you.